Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture in the Soviet Republic. With the workers and the resources. 187. I'm just as confident as I sound about that number. Whatever it says in the YouTube title, or whatever platform title or something, a file name, this is archived away somewhere. Yes, that's canonical. Somewhat. That should be at least be in the correct order, in the chronological order, because this is not... What's this called? Again, what does he call himself? That director does everything backwards and everything. Not Quentin Tarantino, it's not the one I'm talking about. Him, you still understand what he's up to. Tenet and all these things, and Inception, and what's his name? What's his face? Funny expression. What's his face? Yeah, his face is something. Whatever it is, him. His movies. This is not that. This is linear storytelling of the storytelling. Sure. Of the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. And this is the first train, and the second train is right behind it, isn't it? No. No, the first train has already left, but it feels to me as though it should be like closer by. Here it is. It's very loud. Of course it is. It is very long, and it weighs 1,000 tons, empty weight, 1,066 tons. Do you tell me how long you are now? No, you're not. Unfortunate. But you are a long damn snake. I have even more trains running around in there, via the nuclear reactor. An RBMK, load following RBMK reactor. Somehow we have it managed to have it working. We have it very well staffed, since it is right adjacent to many residential buildings. We haven't had a fire, I don't think, any time. We'll have to find the pollution monitoring station to find that out, and we can't do that because we're riding the train. We do have some work to do with the semaphores, since they're not actually set up to handle this. Oh, that's not the... I thought this window was the second one. It's not. It should be coming. Yeah, but this is yes, this is a single track bit, so it might fall behind here. We're already at the roundabout, you see. That's what we have a long way to go. This is a long proper rail line, this. Over the country. Land. How worried should you be about the semaphores not being correctly set? They are reasonably well set up. It's the last bits that are maybe not so great, but there are only 2 trains on the network or out there anyway, and they ought to be fine. And here the signaling is perfect. I don't know if it is for such a long train, but maybe it should be. Unless it were stopped there, but it won't. Hopefully. Is that semaphore? It would still be actually be blocking at the what should we call it? At the thing. At the roundabout. And we don't need it doing that. Where is your colleague? Is it that far behind? We're moving at 115 kilometers per hour, but we're not to be seen. Oh, we're already at the strange... What will happen here? This is what I've been trying to safeguard against, is that a train for some reason gets it into its mind to go here to refuel, and then its destination is not that way, and there's no way where to turn around back there, so it will flip around. And even though it is such a long train, it should be actually accommodated for in such a case. Stupid goddamn game sometimes this, but here's a diamond ahead of the roundabout. They ought to, and it fits. Even though it can only be in here alone, it will hopefully only be here in here alone. And this is an example of where it actually won't be in here alone. Since here we're apparently doing construction related semaphores. This looks right though. Yes, this is production. These semaphores. Very damn loud, this train, I have to say. The wagons. The engine maybe isn't that loud. It's quite loud. The wagons are just as loud as up here as they are back there. Oh, we can see the cooling tower of the nuclear power plant far away, back there. But we are actually still at a decent enough frame rate, even on this old goddamn hardware, that we can... this is reasonably enjoyable. It's not a slideshow. If you just want to look at the model railway, you know, this is actually pretty decent. It's actually really nice. Yeah, I mean... if one art is to brag, which one is not really is supposed to do, according to Jante, you know, and speak of one's believed strengths and so on. No, what is called högmod. Anyway, I just want to say that I think that this looks pretty nice. Sometimes at its places, and it's completely random at other places and such. Yes. And it's still at a reasonably enjoyable frame rate, unless we were in the capital. There it is not very good. So it should be interesting to see what the new hardware does when we get, if that ever gets here, but it's supposed to, yes. But were these correct? You're not supposed to leave the train. That didn't feel right to leave the train. I'd rather pause actually than leave the train. This is also for construction. This has been, and here there might not be semaphores at all. Actually, there aren't any semaphores here. Here might be good, although not a double one, but such as that. And here. In front of the road. No, we go through. Train diesel station. This might block this road, but it is not the main artery of any case. It's standing. There's nothing for it. A snowplow will probably get stuck in the winter time, but that's about it. Okay, now wait. Now here. Now we're coming up on the switch, and this. It would probably work just fine like this when there are only two trains, and it's really not that much that I can go wrong with it here. But still, we do this properly. There you go. That should be the last of them. Now you have 13,500 tons here, and also another 1,500 tons in this one. And you're probably backed up all the way, including all of your, pump jacks and so on, oil derricks, yes, and their internal tanks, little tanks that they most likely have oil, petroleum. 51,000 tons. If you look in like within 3 kilometers, say, it's this storage place, and then all these pump jacks. How much in total? We don't know. Actually, we do know here. Oil, 16,000 tons within 3 kilometers. Wonderful. Now, is this train loading quicker than the ship would? Maybe not at this end, but at the other end, it definitely does when it unloads to a foreigner, I think. Yes. Or it's just that it's got an enormous amounts involved. But we should be able to see over time, prices on the global market since we switched to trains, if it did anything. Let's say for bitumen, all time. Now this is going to be quite taxing on the thing. I don't know, because there's so much inflation that it's difficult to judge. First of all, it doesn't move at all, and then it sort of starts moving quite badly. But with a few spikes, those must be global events. Anyway, the second train is coming, and that's the resource hog. Maybe 2 trains aren't enough. We might need 5. I don't think so, but if we do that it depends solely on how quickly these refill. We don't need 5 of these. Oh. It's 5,000 tons. 4,600, 800 tons. Yes, it's 5 kilotons of oil, petroleum product. It's rolling day and night. Not really, but quite often. Did we clear the switch, by the way? Oh yes, we did. Very nice. I really sincerely hope that we do so on the other side as well. Otherwise we're going to have some issues, because there it is rather busy and such. Don't you want to think about what happens if we don't fit inside the switch? Yeah, that's why you maybe wouldn't want a third train. If they ever would start queuing up there, it might not have a good queuing space. It just takes a little time. We're standing still, we could hit this button. Yes, that's good. That's a reasonable thing to do whilst we're standing still. This is just watching the numbers go up here. Cheers! As we're listening to music, it's 2049. It's everything seems exactly as it's always been here since. Well, in the early days, in the 60s and 70s, we had some development, but the vehicles changed a bit. But we always had the same buildings. It's nice. Well, it's now later days. Last 20, 30 years, maybe we have gotten some other strange things in mods, I think they're called, or community content. So I like to call it. Yes, anyway, are you done yet? Yes, you're just about to be done, actually. Very good. It took many days to load. Yes, I wanted to know is when it is 26 degrees outside, the production stops at the heating plant. You have to be notified of this. This is important information. This is of the utmost importance. We're not accelerating at a rapid pace. Not at all. But that's completely okay, I don't mind. Oh, the other one is already full. Is it really? Was it only that far? Wasn't it further behind? Are you not set to wait until loaded here, just in case? Yes, you are. But you have 33 tons remaining. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you seem to have some. It sounds strange how this is not too bad. 33 tons, we can live with that. You're actually even worse. You're 34 tons. Short. Okay, doesn't matter. Here we can see the railroad now, how it does with such a long train, and how it looks. It's a bit twisty, and it might not look. It's a bit unfortunate. It's how it is. It's handcrafted this hill. I mean, up here, when we get to this point, we're not actually climbing anymore very much. But yeah, this is a more reasonable pace. This is the pace it should have been done at. Much better. Let's see how it feels over the ridge. At night time. Lovely. Yes, I did promise the inaugural ride on this here railroad, and I think I deliver somewhat of that. And again, the cooling tower in the background in the sunrise, and a helicopter flying by, and a 787, I believe it is, going into land at Utopia airport. What you call it, in the center of town. Center, but very close to where people live. Because that's how we do it in the Soviet Republic. Scale is a bit interesting sometimes. This is actually much better than down. This bit is very well executed. That turned out great. It's just one could make it a little bit less steep, but it's very smooth. To be done by hand. Yes, I have to say. Yeah, what is it now? 2,800 hours. I want to have something to show for it. This is what I have to show for it. Yes, it's clear to see. But this video game with Soviet-themed thing. Who the hell cares? Who's impressed? I don't know if anyone's impressed. Doesn't matter. It's fun. You know. It's like being 15 and playing Transport Tycoon Deluxe, but better somehow. Even though you're a whole lot older. This is really better. I don't know. But this is great. Look at the snake of a train that we have here. And that's okay. That was the train diesel station and roundabout. And you didn't do anything funny, and you weren't really thirsty. I suppose. You'll do like 2.5 trips comfortably on one tank. Yes, it's like 5 kilometers away. Somehow scaled, but the fuel consumption is also quite scaled, I believe. But whatever, it's fine. It's great. The oil refineries, are they running at 100%? Yes, they are. Well, not quite at 100%. I did take a bus away from this to get them to go to the chemical plant instead, but it's doing fine most of the time. It's running now. It's running at 100%. Yes. Now this will also be exciting to see here. Will you fit this way? Here you would. It would not be a good place to stop. But actually, no. You need to clear that signal. Yes, you need to clear that semaphore. So you really should stop like here if you don't have a spot available. Can we arrange that, you think? It could be possible. This ought to get filled up by oil now, and so ought this one. It's a bit many things to have in the head at one time, but yes, these should first and foremost be filled up with oil. What is happening to it? Yeah, this one is being filled up, this one is already full. Yeah, great. And the rest should go to this one. I was doing something before this. I don't know what that was. It seems to be working. Something with the productivity maybe of the oil refineries. I don't know. No. It was semaphores on the railroad. It was actually important. I just got a little bit distracted about what happened with the oil. That's okay. There comes yet another train going out, also of a respectable length. Yes, and this is fine, but having a third train on it might actually not turn out great. You don't have a chain signal. You should definitely have a chain signal. And also this one should be a chain signal. Since you're too long to fit in here, you should not go in unless you can go in all the way. And that is already a chain signal. So that is how it ought to work. Then we should be able to queue trains here. The third one, if we want to. I mean, just because it would be possible. I think I already played this song before, but such is it. How does this work, by the way, with this tank? What is that doing? That's where all the oil is pumped in from all over the land, right? Yes, it is. You know what we should do? This one. You should have yet another output, you know. If this one has another input, the big one here, yes it does. Okay, but you already have 3 outputs, of course you do. Well, you should maybe, if you would have gone to this one as well. Yeah, but remember how difficult this was to get in. That was impossible to get in. Does it matter? Yes, it could matter, because then we could send it down to the harbor. Maybe we could actually send it down to the harbor if we had it in that one. So yes, it does matter. Adding underground pump. That is very tight here though. Don't really have any space for anything. That was sort of the problem before, and I don't feel comfortable ripping the electricity out again. But now we can put it out here. Since now we have a bit more what you call it, space in between to play around with. Yes, construction officers are assigned. Very good. You go underground. Liquids. And you should, this one, the output here, this may look a little bit unintuitive to take it up there first, but that's how it's going to be. The output of this one, what does this, will this be long enough? I don't know. But the underground pipe, yes. Output of you go there, that does not, maybe you did not go there at all. That's what you did previously. No, you're supposed to go into here. Yes, and then output from here. Yes, you go into here. Ta-da! But this is the wrong type of pump. It should be the other way around. And that's the wrong button that you clicked completely. But you have this, it's no problem. Just cancel all that and remove the erroneous pump, put on another track, and delete this thing and instead get an expansion pump on the thing. How many hours again? You can get lost sometimes. I'm not saying that is... here. Not asphalt. You're losing the grips on things. I can tell. I think I'm stressed because I've gone like 24 minutes. Yes, but it's fine. Every now and then you go a bit longer. In this case we're waiting for the second train to come in either case, or has it left? It's leaving. Hello. Yes, and then the second train is in. Great. You're pumping from... What the hell is this? This is the completely wrong pipe. I know. Wrong button too. What the hell are you doing? Okay. Try and concentrate, maybe. a little bit at least, and we could be able to do this just fine, I think. Just don't be too long. It is too long, but maybe not if we do it a little bit more cleverly. See what how sharp a turn you can do here. You can't do quite that sharp a turn. But you can do a pretty decently sharp turn. Too long, come on. That is by like not many centimeters. That is too long. Annoying. Well, fine, we can get them working on this one. That will be easy. First then. And we're going to have to fit like an elongation thing. Building in the way. That is not difficult. Yeah, so we can go back overground and we can play something else. Blue scarf. Take here. Is this one? This one is a bit off. This strange. Anywho, and we need a pipe to connect this pump over to here. Have you explained why you're doing this? It ought to be obvious, isn't it? Pipe. It ought to be obvious. So that I can prioritize to split up must go from input-output connection. Yes, it does. I mean, oil now comes in here. Yes, it goes to this one. Primarily pumps it into the oil refineries as well it can. And secondarily pipes it into the ordinary system, which it's already saturated here, but is it saturated the rest of the way? I do not know. Otherwise we could always do like a dedicated pipe for raw petroleum down to the harbor. That might be nice. But that will have to be another time. So this is fiddly enough as is. Yes, it will be another time. But here, just do that. Okay, fine. It doesn't look like Soviet Republic when it does that, though. Yes, and all this we will want to have a... Dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching installment Underground and inaugural train ride. It was very beautiful to begin with. Then the third act here was maybe not so beautiful. But we can end on a high note with this train, which is one of the trains currently running on that line. I think we should deploy a third one. Yes, such is it. From the Soviet Republic of the People's Proletarian Prefecture. Petroleum Prefecture. Good night.